Welcome back to the Bitcoin Advisors channel. My name is Chris, and I'm doing this one on the fly. Got a little bit of time here on Friday afternoon before the end of the day, and I wanted to go over exactly what I'm looking at trade-wise as Bitcoin is making the close. So let me get the chart at the right size here. I knew if I didn't just press start and go, then I would be sitting there just staring at the chart. And so what I like to do first off, give it a kind of naked look here. On the 1 minute time frame, a very powerful time frame. And let's see how NASDAQ closed up the week here and CMEs as well. Because those markets have already closed. It is 4:30 Pacific time. And, well, NASDAQ is putting in a nice, massive W formation. Bit of a hammer there. Third hammer in the row. Money flow is, ticking up here. And you've got volume and open interest ticking up as well. So I'm leaning bullish there. S&P had a massive higher high. And by the way, target for NASDAQ, I guess, for a parabolic blow off top as the Chinese are injecting all this money and liquidity into the market. You'd expect, well, stocks, they probably go a little bit higher. So I give it a TP1 and 2 target for NASDAQ. Again, not financial advice, not a financial advisor. And where does this idea, I don't think we have enough time to kind of analyze this one, but we're coming into the end of the year, January, election season. What does a parabolic blow-off top look like for stocks? Well, I would say, yeah, that would be it. 14% on the NASDAQ would be huge. Probably, probably not going to happen this year. I don't know. We have seen crazier things. Checking in on Dixie really quick, and as the dollar goes down, yes, we expect those risk assets to perform favorably. Checking in on the higher time frame box, right? We've been in 158 days of consolidation. We're still stuck in the range. We have not broken it yet. Some are looking at this as a massive bull flag. I don't know if I would say that that's valid, but I'll let you interpret it for yourself. Then I will also measure it up against the Fibonacci tool, right? And where does the parabolic blow-off top happen? Well, depends on where you draw it from. The all-time high is probably a better place. And if you want to use wicks, close enough is close enough. If we can get up into this area sometime, by May to October of 2025, we're all going to be very, very happy. We're all going to be very, very happy. And that's why it's even more important that you like and subscribe and follow along so you know what to do when the top gets put in, because we will be covering that. Just generally speaking, if you look at the past halving cycles, what happens after the first Bitcoin halving? Well, 45 days of consolidation, and then we had a 1,967% gainer. A little bit of a cool off there, and notice what else happened is we, from the high to the low, we did hit the parabolic blow-off top target and pulled back. That doesn't look like much of a correction, but if you measure that out very quickly, I do not see my favorite tool, the ruler. Even if you sold the high, right? Let's say you blindly sold that 4236 fib. That was a 60% drawdown from there. And then Bitcoin kept going. Anyways, that was the first halving, only 45 days of consolidation. And what happened is we just broke the range and just went to the moon. I mean, if you zoom in on it, there was not even a retest. It was a break and bang, out, gone to the moon. 19x. I don't think something like that's going to happen this time. But this one was, 158 days. That is the 2016 halving. After 158 days, we finally break the range. And what do? We come back and retest. Notice that was coming in, October, the same time of year, the election time of the year. Who got elected in 2016? I don't. I do remember, yes, and I'm sure you do too. I'm sure you do too. The third halving, May 2020. Remember the COVID dump. The halving happens. Boom. We break out of the consolidation. 72 days of consolidation and then a retest of the range and new all-time highs. That was, not too long ago. And so what are we doing right now? Well, we're consolidating at the all-time high. We just had the halving. And it's been about 158 days. And what I like to point out here very clearly, and this is why technical analysis works, right? This is why statistics work. Over time, the statistics say that based on certain setups, price action is going to go up or down. And the probability of an upside move from this pivot of about 35%, give or take a few bucks. I'm gonna throw on my other chart here. Let's see if I can do it. There she is. So on the weekly time frame, we are, if we did confirm that hidden bullish divergence, where price is making 1, 2, 3 higher lows in comparison to this low, right? Maybe I'll clean it up a little bit just so you can see for yourself. This low, 1, 2, 3. And how do you define a low? It's a clear stop and reverse point. So 1, 2, 3 higher lows in comparison to over here, 1, 2, 3 lower lows. And we're rejecting the bearish control zone, reclaiming the exponential moving average. That's the white line right there. These are all very, very bullish things. You can just go back and mark off what happened here, what happened here. Just go back and mark it off. I'm sure you'll see, price action went up. As a matter of fact, when we got that signal right here, you could see price action did this. 113%, not bad, not bad. And I was just picking a random spot on the chart. So the weekly time frame is a very, very powerful time frame. And not only that, on the daily time frame as well, I want to remind myself we just made our higher low and our higher high, and we do have a trend reversal. And, the chance of bearish divergence has now been nullified. Shout out to Crown on that one. Very, very, good point to be making. And that is in terms of the relative strength index. So what do you have here? This little beautiful guy right here. And usually the first pass at the bullish control zone is going to be a sell. We got that. The second pass, once Bitcoin gets into the bullish control zone, when she stair steps her way into this blue box, the box of peace and prosperity and death and despair, up in the box is a sign of strength and likely continuation on the daily time frame. So, especially if you can get the daily back above here. So we just printed, we just printed a higher high. And the bearish divergence, right? Price is making a higher high while the RSI, the bearish divergence card is out there and it will be out there. So right now price is, the RSI is making a higher high, right? You can see from that high, while the price is making a lower high. So this high is not confirmed yet, will not confirm. So where's the upside target? Shout out to you, Scott. I'm going to bring up this magical little chart here that reveals a secret area. A secret area. Now, it's a very familiar area, but I want to pull up the right chart for us. Let's see if I can do it. Boom. The POC, the daily, no, I just fixed my tool and I want it a little bit different. Let's grab this guy right here from the height of the low of the range. Boom. And that POC is going to be coming in right here. So that's the highest value. Sorry, it's the highest value node of the daily range of this nasty 158-day consolidation. There is your daily POC coming in at 678. Now, somebody else brought up an interesting point and said, look, if you just change it slightly there, your point of control comes in here. So if you're looking at the volume from the range, 6 days difference, or call it a week, that POC comes down quite a bit. And that should be your support level. So essentially, no dailies back below 62.7. And, well, I'll let you do a little analysis for yourself there. And short-term stop, lines up with the trend line here. What do we want to see if we're going to stay bullish? This is what we want to see for confirmation. Conservative traders are going to wait for confirmation. That is when you break the range and you make the higher low. I am, in fact, a little bit more on the conservative side. So bang, higher low, and that would be your confirmation. Now, does it happen all in one day? No, probably not. But we know based on statistics that the average move produced by the Green 55 setup, blah, 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 blah. I got to put my other chart back on. On the weekly time frame, I'm getting to a point here. It's all going to come to a head here. It's all going to make sense in 1 second here. That was the wrong chart. Okay. On the weekly time frame, the 5-day volatility momentum play, the weekly volatility momentum play, when the stochastic crosses up from a low level as volatility is expanding, the move on the weekly time frame is typically around 35%. 35 to 50%, I think, is the first standard first standard deviation, whatever you want to call it. So the average move from this play is going to be somewhere between 35 and 50%. Again, nobody's got a magic calculator here, but from signal given, I would say from that low right there, you're looking at 50%. That's 44%. That sounds pretty fair. Let's line it up with a fib. Give a little confluence here. That's 89,000 on a wick basis. On a candle body closing basis, that 1618 fib, which is the target from our bullish and bearish divergence cheat sheet. Again, following up from yesterday, or I don't know if I made another video about this, but you can go to our website, download this cheat sheet, hidden bullish and bearish divergence, how to read it, what's the target. But basically 4 drives gives you a shot to the 1618 fib. That is the philosophy. 1 drive goes to the 9, et cetera, et cetera. So what am I talking about? Again, we'll see if some of these statistics play out, but here's what I'm talking about. I should probably clean this up just a tad here. Momentum crosses up, volatility is expanding, and it's above 25. Nope, it's not above 25. When it's above 25, that's when the move really is going to get going. But for my point here in using confluence for all these fibs and the 3 drives of bearish divergence, that's what I was bringing up. Okay. 4 drives. Technically, it is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you're going to do that retracement from the last high to low. There's your target. 73,122. Mark that one on your calendar. All right. Enough freebies for today. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Join our YouTube. Join our Discord. If you want to join our free crypto trading school, you can join it for 30 days, cryptcourses.com. You can take the beginner course, get a basic education, should probably have this ready to go next time. But it is in the link in the description below, and I hope you guys have a blessed and highly favored weekend. I guess I should leave it off with one more point, and that's what happens when you go live and you don't really plan these. I'm just giving you straight thoughts for the weekend. For the weekend, the altcoins like to party. Retail is home. Retail's going to wake up, want to buy some crypto. Retail went to the bank this afternoon, made a bank wire before 5 p.m. just so they could get some more Bitcoin, right? That's likely what people are doing. And what are they going to go do it? Well, they might sell some of their Bitcoin to buy some altcoins over the weekend. They might just do that. But what do you expect? Price action typically is sideways and boring over the weekend. Hopefully it is. This could be one of the weekends after the Chinese did that big injection of liquidity. I think it was 500 billion. They want to just give free money to everybody. I don't know. Sounds like COVID all over again. But then price typically reverts back to where CME closed at 66,195. So if we get any upside, that will be the gap, essentially. You can get a backfill. Also reminding myself the 5-day setup. 5-day just closed and is taken off already, but it wouldn't be out of the cards to see a backfill on that previous 5-day candle. But I think that's kind of over now. In fact, I don't think we have to worry about that. Yeah, so weekly target. I like that target that we initiated right here, which is on a wick basis up to the 1618 fib. Likely get to sell there. Let's see if we can line it up with the heat map. Those liquidation levels on Mr. Bitcoin right now. What is going on, Mr. Bitcoin? Pepe had a huge run today. Actually, might as well show you guys what kind of damage is being done today on some of the trade setups. But these are some of the fun ones. You know, when the market starts to do this, Pepe up 300%. I'll tell you what I did on this one. Not only did I get long at a pretty decent level, but yeah, right as we were reapproaching the high, I said, okay, it's either going to break it or not. So I got long here, put a stop below the low there, and got, you know, a little bit of favor here today. Do I think it keeps going? Everybody's asking. Pepe. This is a W formation. The target on this W is going to be up here at 0.12591. Okay, Tau coin, the #1 AI token. Let's remove, or actually, let's bring it down to those lower time frame areas of fun. Why do we use the fib tool? Well, it tends to give you some pretty good targets. This thing in a massive range, when it does break, I'd expect some more upside. And the upside targets on this one, I don't really want to get into that because this one's going to be extremely volatile. Don't play, you know, again, not financial advice. I'm not saying go buy any of these or anything like that. I'm just showing you something I'm doing on BloFin. If you guys want to join and figure it all out, it's on the Discord. There's a link in the description below. So Discord, you know, again, really easy way to get a target for this break of the range. You know, look at the consolidation there. The 1618 fib is coming in at 620. And another one we did post in the Discord. And why did I post this one? On the weekly time frame, you can't see it here, but on the weekly time frame, it's actually angled in a little bit differently. It's angled in like this. So we broke the long-term downtrend, and we are just back testing in this area, producing a higher low. I guess it's only fair that I show you the real chart here. DGen, let's see. There we go. Mother token down 20% today, taking a hit. That's Dogecoin. Doge had a nice rally here. The meme coin of the last cycle, and this silly coin, is it Degen? Here we go. Just something to keep your eye on. You know, maybe you get lucky on something like this if you are thinking about meme coins. These guys, you know, these are all probably going to fail and die, but the upside target on the actual, let's take this off. I hesitate in even showing this one. MEXC, there we go. That's the one we wanted. Degen. So you want the chart with the oldest price history. So you can see, okay, from many moons ago, this is not it either. On Pith, CoinX, Bybit, it had to have been MEXC. That would have been the first lister of this coin, right? Degen, yeah. Degen, MEXC. Let's try KuCoin. Sometimes they get it first. Yeah, this one looks a little bit farther back. Well, I'm going to say that was a miserable fail. I got to get going here. It's the weekend. The weekend sideways ranging market looks like it's going to, you know, probably be fair. You know, I wouldn't be surprised things just float sideways and up for a bit. And the warning sign, warning, 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 you know, absolutely get out with your don't get out. I'm just kidding. The warning sign that we're going to get a potential buying opportunity lower and that this, you know, could potentially fail is back below the white 200, back below that point of control, back below that 63.2. I would say, you know, warning shots fired, daily closes back below. Yeah, even this last major pivot low, that would not look good. So just something to be aware on. The other side,